Yo, thanks for tuning in. My name is Shining Hawk and this is month September, so have fun. So, it's been a couple of weeks, I think it's like 3 weeks now that I have uploaded my last diary about my New Zealand trip. I haven't been doing it because I haven't been feeling it, basically. The fact that I had my surgery just made me not want to do it and bored and shit. Let me close the window. So right now I want to talk about the month of September. I tried to get all the information out as much as possible so I can show you exactly how month September was. So month September actually started off by meeting two people. One person was called Jamie, the second one was called Melissa. I believe Jamie was a guy from Germany. I think he was raised in the UK, so that's why his name is Jamie, because it's not a very typical German name. Melissa was a girl from the States. I've met Melissa in Nomads, and she just arrived in Wellington. So I was just showing her around and just, showing her the city, so she felt comfortable just arriving and just, not knowing anyone. So I've been spending a lot of time with Melissa at the time when she arrived, and I remember I think she was talking to some of her friends from back home, and she mentioned me being one of the real friends in Wellington that she just has now. When I heard that, I felt super my heart felt shit. I felt very nice, oh man, give me a sec. Yeah, I felt like she was being super nice to me, and that, that made me happy to hear something like that, because I think as a person, if you hear someone just mentioning that you're a really good friend now, that's a good sign, I guess. On the 2nd of September, I was working a lot, and after I came back home to Nomads, Christian and Daniela left the hostel. So those two people were actually living inside my 4-dorm room, and they've been working in Nomads with me, but they have been there longer than me, so they left for good because they wanted to go somewhere else. So we had a little farewell, and we just said goodbye to each other, and that was after work. And after they left, I felt tired from work and I just wanted to lay down. So Hazel had this idea to play a game, which I don't know the name of anymore, but it's a game where you date pigeons. So you're a anime character, which we gave the name Snickler to, and your job is to find the right pigeon to fall in love with and have a relationship with. Super weird game, but it was super fun because every time we played it, we had a voice. So I spoke this person, she had that person, and we just had our own accents and shit. That was pretty cool. It was pretty fun because we tried to complete the game and we died a couple of times. That was weird, but it was a super fun game and I really missed that. I don't have any video footage or pictures of that, which is sad because we've just been doing the worst accents possible. But yeah, I remember Snickler very nicely. So in the evening, I remember at 1 in the morning, I tried to call some friends from back home because I just felt like talking to someone that I've known from back home. So I've reached out to Patrick, one of my close friends, and then I found out that you can actually talk in video chat on WhatsApp with more than just 2 people. So we were 3. Eventually we were 4 people and we just talked and just kept us updated about things that happened recently. On the 3rd of September, it's just a little side note, I just tried to get the whole month done as much as possible. On the 3rd of September, yeah, exactly. On the 3rd of September, I walked into the residence, and I believe one friend from Jordan came to New Zealand. He was from the States and he wanted to introduce him to me. So we're there and we had some shots, and I remember every single bouncer that I liked from the bars, they were all having a night out and they were all sitting in the residence, and obviously I had to take a picture with them. We got along pretty nicely, so that's why I was just confronting them and saying, guys, I want a picture with you, because when is that ever gonna happen that you guys are gonna be at the same table and having the possibility to actually have a chat? And me having a picture with you guys. So that's the picture. On the 5th of September, I remember we walked to Hazel's coffee shop, like where she makes coffee, obviously. And me and Daniel, we walked past a place which had the name, I think it was Mayer, and they were like selling all kinds of fancy shoes. So I walked in there and I got convinced to buy some sort of shoes because I was just looking at them and I was like, I want one pair of shoes today. So we walked to Hazel, we got a coffee, and then we walked back and I found these awesome blue shoes. They looked like crocodile skin and I just had to buy them. First of all, they looked cool and they were on sale. So why not? I just took them because they're amazing and I still have them. I have to wear them soon again, I feel like, yeah. On the 6th of September, there was like a situation where we were sitting in the hostel and the hostel got painted. So there was a guy, a painter, and he was covering up the wall in Nomads, which was a huge kind of graffiti wall with birds and like all kinds of stuff. He was just painting it white, completely, like it was just white. And I remember we were sitting there and we were like watching him paint, and then at one point he was just squaring off a face like this, like he was painting it all white. And then at some point he was just like just covering it up, and we were all sad that the beautiful bird was just gone. And ever since, the walls in Nomads just are white now, and it looks so sterile, like in a hospital, and it just doesn't look good anymore. Like, it wasn't good before, but like just keeping it white is just not how it should be. Well, what can you do? On the 10th of September, Melissa decided to move out of Nomads because she was just like not feeling it anymore to live in a hostel. She wanted to have like her own place to live, so she moved somewhere outside of Wellington, like not outside of the city, but just in a different suburb, so she can have her own space. And one thing she actually wanted was an oven, so she had that one too. It was a pretty cool place where she was living at that time. I don't know where she's living now, but it was nice. The people have been nice and the place was pretty cool, and we just helped her moving. So a person I haven't mentioned in my vlogs yet is a guy called Coco. He's a French soul, and yeah, he has been around a few times recently, so I just felt like I have to mention him in my videos, so that's what I'm doing. Hello Coco, you are now in part of my videos. Nah, he was a cool guy. We've just been hanging out, we've been playing video games together, we've just been hanging out in Nomads and just talking and just having a good time. Yes. So on the 15th of September, I went to the South Africa versus All Blacks rugby game in Wellington. As a tourist that comes to New Zealand, it's basically a must-do to watch the rugby game from the All Blacks. So I saw the advertised and I was like, you know, it's in Wellington, it's a big game. So I felt like, why not just watch it? I think it was $100 and I had pretty good seats. I was there with Christoph, Nicole, and what's her name? Kitty. No, not Kitty. Kitty wasn't it. I was there with her. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. She was a very nice girl as well, but I don't know her name right now. We were there with her. Yes. On the 22nd, I went to a mansion. I thought it was a mansion first because they were like highlighting it as a mansion and saying that's the best place in Wellington and shit. I was like, oh my God, it's a mansion. I want to go there. So the place was home from someone that I've been working with at Sweet Mother's Kitchen. And he was leaving New Zealand to go back to France, and that was his farewell party basically. So after work we all picked up the car and we just drove up to his place and we got some booze and we're just sitting down in his house, and it was a pretty cool place. Like the living room was like covered up with so many things and it was just books and like antique stuff, and it was amazing. I really loved this place. And at some point we walked on the roof and there's a stairway you can just walk up, and then there's like lights leading you up to a balcony where you have the whole Wellington city just surrounding you, or you could just like a skyline. I don't know what the word is. You could see the whole place. And there was a jacuzzi in the middle of this balcony. So what we did, we sat down in the jacuzzi, put a lot of booze, we had music. And yeah, we were just sitting down there and talking and just having a good time and getting drunk in the jacuzzi. That was pretty damn awesome. And at some point I walked down back home 2 a.m. in the morning and I was so lost, and I had like my awesome new blue shoes on. And they were just like pushing me against my feet because they were like so pointy. I remember that I walked up the next day. I had no shoes on when I walked down because it was just hurting me so much. My feet were broken. Bubbles and shit, it was just full. Yeah, don't drink and don't know where the fuck you are. It's not a good idea. You're gonna walk for like 4 hours instead of 20 minutes. That's how it was. But it was a good night. Achievement, getting drunk in a jacuzzi. Okay, I don't know if it was that day. On the 24th of September, I met a girl called Rachel. She was from the UK. I think I just said that. I don't know if I did, don't get me wrong. I don't know, we were just hanging out in Nomads. I remember I was fixing something in their room because I was working there, and I was just talking to those 4 girls and just, you know, just telling random bullshit, which I always do. Yeah, and then I think they went downstairs to get the free dinner from Nomads in Blend, and I was just joining them and just talking, and then I get to know Rachel, and then we're just hanging out, we were partying and drinking, and then we kind of had a thing going on, I guess. It was very nice. I enjoyed every second with her, but at some point we just kind of separated because she started working nights and I worked days, and we just kind of like we separated and just happened, which is sad, but that's how life is, I guess, if you just can't have the same time schedule. On the 29th we had like a time change, like hour change. We were like partying at Nicole's house. Nicole is a girl from Germany, which I've met through Christoph because they were like working together. We were at her place partying. I remember I was not planning on drinking. I had like 1 beer, that's it. And yeah, we celebrated her birthday and then we walked down to the city and just partied. And I know I had to work the next day, so I was like not drinking too much because I hate to work when I was drinking the night before, or I hate to drink when I have to work the next day. That's how you say it better. Yeah, and the next day, on the 13th, which is pretty much the end of the month, I was playing pool with Jill and her boyfriend in Blend, and in the evening, William and Cecile, we went to watch Christopher Robin in the cinema, and that was super random because I remember I was sleeping, and then after I woke up, he was like, "Hey dude, do you want to go to the cinema?" I'm like, "When does it start?" 20 minutes. I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, I guess." So I got up, put down my joggings and just went to the cinema. And it was a great movie, like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it. It was just the realization that, like, Winnie the Pooh in 3D, just seeing, I mean, I can't spoiler it, I guess. Christopher Robin was an adult, and just seeing him, like, being all grown up and in 3D just made me realize when I was younger, seeing Winnie Pooh with Christopher Robin as a cartoon and just being young and now 3D and old. It was kind of like a throwback for me. It was a good reminder of what we had in the past. So I really enjoyed that movie. One thing to mention, why are New Zealand only having salty popcorn? I guess there's places with sweet one. Like in general, it's just salty popcorn. I don't get it. That's not good. Why? Yeah, and in the evening, a person to mention was Alba. Alba is a Spanish girl and she was replacing Christian and Danielle. So she was in my room and there was another one. I'm gonna mention her as well. So Alba was in my room. She was a cleaner and I got along with her very good because we just had the common interests like music, games, cosplay, anime, and well, she did pole dancing, which, well, I like, obviously, but I also respect a lot because it's pretty tough. I tried it and it's not easy. So respect for all the women and guys doing pole dancing. I remember I asked her, after like she told me all her interests, I remember I asked her to marry me and she was like, yeah, sure, but where are we gonna live? And just having that answer instead of like I guess, like, okay, just like, you know, made her more interesting than she already was. So yeah, I want to see her again. She's back in Spain now. I was just talking to her recently, so I just hope we can keep contact and just, you know, see each other soon again, because that's how it is with people going back home and contact. So that was pretty much it for a month, September, when I look at my folders and my blog to just have all the information set down. I remember I just read my blog and I saw the last post that I was putting for this month, and I'm quoting, "I'm going to the South Island in the beginning of November." Saying that and seeing the truth, well, it didn't work out. I went there in January for 10 days. Spoiler. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I am apologizing that I haven't been uploading this video earlier. I just didn't feel like uploading it because just my medical health, my boredom just it overtook me and I just didn't feel like doing anything. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to get every single information into those videos. I'm trying to not miss people, but it just happens because I'm just losing control about who I met, when I met them and how, and it is too much because I know I've met a lot of people. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you do. If not, don't. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Peace out. I'm gone. Just leaving through this back door now because I can. So, putting down the mic. Oh shit, where is it? Oh no, please don't tell me I fucked up the sound. Oh no, I just realized the microphone was inside out. Fuck. Hello? Oh no, I hope it's okay.